If you're a cricket fan, if you're a lover of the game, then these are the days that you live for. It's days like these that makes all the heartbreak, the agony seem all worth it. Today, young India stood tall at the G, and one of the young tigers from India, Nitish Kumar Reddy, his roar reverberated through the cricketing world. All that I can say is, young man, and I say this on behalf of the entire cricketing world, young man, take a bow. You have arrived. I am Siddharth, you're watching Kali Cricketer, and I hope you come along in this journey with me. So India started the day with Rishabh Pant and Ravindra Jadeja, and neither of them lasted too long. Rishabh Pant actually threw away his wicket, in my opinion. Yes, he played that that shot, that pull shot that he falls down while playing. It's a brilliant shot. It is a shot that makes Rishabh Pant. It's shots like those that you know we love so much about Rishabh Pant. That is so special about him. But there is a time and a place. Rishabh is batting at number 5 for India now, and given the match scenario, where the match situation stood at that point of time, and especially the way he was playing up to Dell, 28 runs, but up till then he was playing brilliantly. He didn't look like getting out. Yes, the ball before he tried a similar shot, he got hit on his stomach, and then he again played there were fielders there. I mean, Pat Cummins had fielder, the fine leg, and a deep fine third man for the very result, and it all came to fruition for Australia. He tried to play that shot, it fell down and took the back of the bat and flew to the deep third man fielder, and it was a simple catch. I think Rishabh would look back at today's innings and he would regret it because there was runs there, and what happened from then on, that would further, I think, drive home that point, and I hope that happens because he is no longer a spring chicken. He's one of the top players for India. He's batting at number 5. We expect more from Rishabh Pant than that, especially given the situation of the match. After that, Jadeja also didn't last long. Nathan Lyon had him trapped. LBW, he was playing Nathan Lyon from the back foot, and it kind of seemed inevitable, and it happened. Jadeja reviewed it, but umpire's call stood. And then came to the crease Washington Sundar and joined Nitish Kumar Reddy, who had come after the wicket of Rishabh Pant. And from here started a partnership for the ages. It is the second highest partnership for India for the 8th wicket. It's just 2 runs shy of the highest, that is between Harbhajan and Sachin Tendulkar back in 2008, that is for 129 runs. This partnership was for 127 runs, and this partnership has brought India absolutely back in the game. We stand at a position from where all 3 results are possible. A win, however unlikely, is not out of the question for India anymore because, we are right now 116 runs behind. But even, given how Nitish has played today, Nitish is still there with Mohammad Siraj as the last wicket, but Nitish will be strike tomorrow morning, would be on strike. And I wouldn't bet against Nitish to get a quick fire 2025 tomorrow. It's very much possible. If that happens, then the lead will come under 100 runs. Australia would have to bat. And I don't think Australia can, leave it to chance or would take a chance. They would have to bat at least the entire day tomorrow to put something very solid on the board to pretty much literally bat India out of the game so that India couldn't win the game. So that means India would have, in the worst case scenario, uh, the 5th day to bat through, and they have done that before in 2015. They batted the entire day to save the test match in 2015 in MCG, and that same scenario might arise, but there is a good possibility that what if India, bowls them out for say 150 to 200 runs tomorrow, then we could be looking at a run chase. That's also a possibility. So all results are possible, and it is, and the match stands here because of 2 young, absolutely wonderfully talented young men, Nitish Kumar Reddy and Washington Sundar. they played stupendously today. I mean, no adjective is enough for what they've achieved today, because it India was really backed up in a corner, and Australia was all over us. And from there, these two people, they played the way they played, not just the runs, but in the manner they played. They were extremely situation aware. They showed great fight, great determination, great grit, and they showed very important basic cricketing intelligence. They played with the field. They scored the runs when the loose balls were there, and they used the field very beautifully. Whenever there was a gap here or there, they utilized those gaps. They ran well. Yes, there was a couple of times some close calls, or it seemed like, but I felt that they otherwise ran very well. They ran hard, young, fast legs. Often twos were made into three, threes to four, and the way they batted. The Nitish Kumar Reddy obviously is the more flamboyant of the two, and he played that way, but he did not play recklessly. The chances he took were very well calculated, and the way he was batting. In fact, I have said this before, that Nitish Kumar Reddy is the find of the tour for India. The way he has batted all throughout this series has been exemplary. And he said yesterday also that previously in the series he didn't have the chance to bat long with a batter at the other end to get a big score, but this time round he had that opportunity and he took it, and he played one of the best innings you'd ever see. It was a century for the ages, and Washington Sundar played the perfect foil. He took his time, Washington Sundar. He played a lot of deliveries. In fact, they played close to the same amount of deliveries, both of them. But Washington Sundar got to a 50 of 162 deliveries. So he played 162 deliveries. He blocked, blocked, blocked. When the runner was in, at no point of time did he look flustered, did he look under pressure. He had a solid game plan. He followed that, and he got to a very well deserving 50. In between, just before the tee, the umpires took a call on the light, and players had to go off. I do not understand that, actually. I mean, nowadays the light is not offered to the batters. The umpires generally take that call, and you know it seemed a bit weird. So that, and then the tee was taken. So it was a pretty long break. Nitish was at that point of time playing on 85, and Washington Sundar was close to 40. So they were both nearing landmarks also, and they're playing beautifully. And this kind of breaks always, helps the bowling side, because they can reassess, replan. Their bowlers get a breather. But the batters, it never helps the batters, because you set, you're focused, your focus and concentration, it never helps them. So after a longish break, the two of them came back and again started. They it did not, you know, it did not affect them negatively. They came with the right mindset and started again. Washington Sundar got to a 50, and then it was a brilliant ball by Nathan Lyon. It was the fastest that he has bowled today, around 96 kph. So that ball bounced a little bit more, took the edge, and simple catch to Stephen Smith in the first sleep. And but then after that, at this point of time, Nitish Reddy was in the 90s, and he was, in fact, I think at this point of time, Nitish Reddy was on 97, if I'm not mistaken, and Jasprit Bumrah came. And remember, only 2 wickets left, and Jasprit Bumrah, who had batted so brilliantly last time in Gabba, it was full on drama. This kind of drama, it's only sports that can provide this kind of drama. No films, no nothing would ever come close to this, because I think not just the 70,000 people or 70, 80 odd thousand people at the ground, irrespective of which team they're supporting, not just that, but everybody watching, and the entire cricketing world at that point of time, I think, was hoping and praying that Nitish would get to a wonderful 100, an amazing 100. But Australia tried their hardest. They threw everything at it, and they want, it was such tense moments. And he was batting, Nitish Kumar Reddy, against Boland. He didn't take three singles. He could have easily taken them, but he did not take them. And at last ball, he lofted it. It was sort of a miss hit, but thankfully it was out in the open spaces. And they ended up taking two. I think Jasprit Bumrah ran, and once he ran, Nitish had to run, and then he threw his head up like so he couldn't retain the strike. So he was on 99, and then Pat Cummins came, and first ball he bowled to Jasprit Bumrah. Pat Cummins actually took Ethan Lyon off and gave himself. Pat Cummins, by the way, bowled very beautifully, brilliantly. Both Pat Cummins and Scott Bullen in particular, they bowled well. So did Nathan Lyon. So Pat Cummins came, and the first ball was a quick bouncer to Bumrah, and then I think the third ball, uh, Bumrah gave an edge, tried to defend, edge, caught, and it's I think the first catch of a fast bowler to the slip in this match. Uh, then came Mohammad Siraj, and he had to survive three balls, and those three balls were some of the most tense moments in cricket that I have ever experienced, and I think cricket loving public all over the world, irrespective of your nationality. I think if you were tuned in and watching it, would have felt the same. Those three balls were the most tense balls, but yes, Mohammad Siraj survived them. One was a short ball, he ducked, and the last ball he had good forward defense. And then Nitish Kumar Reddy had the strike. He was on 99. Scott Boland gave to bowl, and eventually Nitish Kumar Reddy hit one, lofted one over his head, and got his 100. The whole scene, the emotion. His father was at the ground. His other family members, his uncle, I believe, and friends were there. His father obviously must have been a nerve-wracking few minutes for his father. And the entire cricketing world, I felt at that point in time, was hoping that he would get to the landmark. And Nitish Kumar Reddy got to his 100. It is one of the most brilliant, remarkable innings that you would ever watch. And if you have missed it, do catch the highlight. I would even suggest go ball by ball. It was that good. And yeah, it was a real. It's only sport that gives you this kind of fairy tales, and makes, as I said, all the heartbreak and agony worth it. It was a wonderful days of cricket for India, because it is the young India. If this is the face of the next generation, then Indian cricket is in very good hands. And Nitish Reddy, this is only the start. Here in Nitish Reddy, we have found a superstar of the future, and he, I think, very soon would come up the order, and he should be batting within the top six, and I hope that happens after this innings. I think that's kind of inevitable. Let's see. So everything is in a very delicate balance right now. But India, Nitish Kumar Reddy and Washington Sundar have helped India get to that point from where draw is a very, very real possibility, the most obvious possibility from here, I would say, because it will be difficult for Australia to also win this match from here on. There isn't enough time, and the wicket doesn't have that much of venom in it. But there is a possibility that Australia would, take a chance, and that would also bring India back into the game big time, because then India would also have a good chance of winning the game. So the match is poised beautifully, and it's all thanks to Nitish Kumar Reddy and Washington Sundar. Don't take anything away from Washington Sundar. Those 162 or something odd balls for 50 runs, they were invaluable to India, but the day belonged to Nitish Kumar Reddy. Today, the whole cricketing world will doff their hat to this young man. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys again tomorrow after the day's play. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and like and leave your comments in the comment section. I'll see you.